Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Om Satchidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Glishtakarine Namo Vedanta Vedyaya Gurave Dhisakshine. Shlokam. Ishvaro vikrami dhanvi medhāvī vikramaḥ kramaḥ anuttamo duradharshaḥ kuto'nyaḥ krutiratmavān. Ishvaraḥ vikrami dhanvi. We have seen these three names. Now, fourth name medhāvī. Medhāvī. Medhā is a word which is used for the memory power, retention power. Medhā. Okay. So, Parāśara Bhatta interprets this as, see, since medhā is retention power, meaning whatever you studied, you retain, that is because of medhā. Okay. Now, Viśṇum cannot have medhā because he does not need to study anything. So, Parāśara Bhatta interprets this as, since he is Nitya Niratishya, according to his stature, he has the inherent nature of being omniscient. Sarvajña is the word he uses for medhāvī. Okay. But Bhagavan Bhāśyakara says medhā means to retain whatever you have studied. That's all. Okay. So medhāvī, V. So V. It's not vihi. So V means not vaye, medhāvaye. So medhāvin is the base word. Okay. Medhāvin. Fourth case, in plus a, nye, ye, medhāvine. So Namavali will be Om medhāvine namaha, Om medhāvine namaha, Om medhāvine namaha, Om medhāvine namaha. Okay. Medhā means grantha, medhā, bhashya. Bahugranthadhāraṇasāmarthyam. Sa yasyāsti iti sa medhāvī. Medhā means to retain whatever you have studied, to remember whatever you have studied. That is medhā. There is a sukta called medhā sukta. Sukta means a kind of a poem in Vedas called medhā sukta. Medhā devejushamanana agāt. That's how it goes. Now, that medhā, to retain. Okay. So, the strength to retain, one who has that strength is called as medhāvī. Okay. How medhā became medhāvī. So, he says, asmāyāmedhāstrajo viniḥ iti vinipratyayaḥ. There is a sutra by Pāṇini where he says, for these words which end with us, manas, etc., which ends with us, then maya, for the verb maya word, for medhā word, and for sraj. Sraj is srak. Srak means the garland. So, for these words, dini suffix will be added. So, in vini suffix, only vin remains. The e goes. Okay, e gets elided, dropped. So, vin remains. Medhā plus vin, medhāvin. That becomes the base word, and you add the subutpatti, the nominal cases. Okay. Now, medhāvin. Next word, vikramaḥ. We saw the word vikrami, valorous, by Bhagavan Bhāśyakara. Bhagavan Bhāśyakara interpreted as valorous. Okay. Now, vikramaḥ. Okay. So, vikramaḥ, vikrami, same word. Parāśara Bhatta says, Bhagavan Bhāśyakara interprets in two words. Parāśara Bhatta picks up the second meaning. V means pakshi, bird. Vinā means garuda. Vinā, garuda is also referred to as vainateya, son of Vinā. Vinata. Okay, son of Vinata, vainateya. So, Vinā means garuda. Okay. Garuda is the eagle, the bird, which is a vehicle for viśṇum. So, kramaḥ means kramyati, one kramapada vikshepit, to move. So, one who moves around on the vehicle called garuda is vikramaḥ. That is how Parāśara Bhatta interprets. Bhagavan Bhāśyakara interprets it in two ways. As I said, two ways. One who measures the three worlds. That is vikramaḥ. One who measures the whole world. One who crosses the whole the creation. That is vikramaḥ. One who is beyond the creation is vikramaḥ. Okay. Jumps over, crosses. That's the idea. Now, the second is vinā. bird, Garuda, and one who travels with Garuda is a vikramaḥ. This is the second meaning. So, kramaḥ, aha. Since it ends with aha, the fourth case will be vikramāya. So, Namavali will be Om Vikramāya Namaha, Om Vikramāya Namaha, Om Vikramāya Namaha, Om Vikramāya Namaha. Okay? Bhashya. Vicakrame, jagad viśvaṃ tena vikramaḥ. One who measured or one who crossed the viśva, the creation, jagat, the creation, is a jagad viśvaṃ. Jagat is interpreted as viśvaṃ. Okay, so vicakrame, one who crossed jagat. Jagat means viśvaṃ, the creation, the world, the cosmos. Tena, because therefore he is called as vikrama. This is the story of Mahabali and Vamana Avatara. In the incarnation of Vamana, a dwarf, Bhagavan came to Mahabali for getting some offering. So when he asked for alms, Mahabali asked, what do you want? I want 3 steps of land. That's all. So Mahabali saw, this fellow is a very short fellow. So he said, I'll give you even 3 acres or whatever. No, 3 steps are enough. Okay, since a Brahmin, small Brahmin, young Brahmin has come to his fire oblation, he said, he blesses him. Okay, he accepts the deal. Okay, I'll give you 3 steps as you asked. So first step he places on the earth. Second step he places on the sky, which is the heavens. Now I have, see, he has control. Mahabali is the ruler of all the 3 worlds. So now I have control of all the 3 worlds. Where should I put the 3rd step? So he says, please bless me. Please put it on my head. Okay. So this is Vikrama. And that is why close to this place, around 80 kilometers something probably, there is a place called Tirukkovilo. There is a temple of Trivikramaḥ. Trivikramaḥ, one who has measured, one who has crossed all the 3 worlds. Meaning, this is the form. Trivikrama is a form where he will have 1 head, 1 foot on the ground. Normally, Viśṇum stands like still, right? So, in Trivikrama form, he will have 1 foot on the ground and another foot 180 degrees. Trivikrama, that's the form, Trivikrama. Okay, so that is first meaning. Second is vinā. Vinā is 3rd case. V is pakṣi, bird. Vinā is 3rd case. Okay, tāṅ minatsyaha sutra. So vinā. Then vinā means Garuda. V means Garuda. Pakshi means Garuda. So 3rd case is garuḍena. Okay, with the Garuda, pakṣiṇā, which is a bird, kramādvā, since he moves around. Since he moves around with the vehicle called Garuda, the pakshi bird called Garuda, so therefore he is called as vikrama. That can also be another interpretation. Okay, now next word, next name, kramaḥ. Beautiful, kramaḥ. Now Parāśara Bhatta says, since he has a nitya vibhuti, eternal glory, because of that he is very prosperous. Okay, atyanta sphītah. That is how he explains. He is very prosperous. Bhagavan Bhashyakara says, kramaṇāt kramahetutvād. Since he moves around, or he is the cause for moving around, therefore he is a kramaḥ. Okay. Now, kramaḥ, akaranta. Therefore, 4th case will be āya, kramāya. Namavali is Om Kramāya Namaha. Om Kramāya Namaha. Om Kramāya Namaha. Om Kramāya Namaha. Very good. Bhashya. Kramaṇāt. Kramahetutvād va kramaḥ. Kramaṇāt. Kramupada vikshepa. I have already said. Since he moves around, or kramu vistare. Since he is measuring everything, therefore he is he is pervading everything. Therefore, he is kramaḥ. Or you can also understand kramaḥ means kramahetutvād, since he is the cause for movement. What does that mean? So, for understanding this, krānte viśṇum iti manuvacanāt. There is a statement from Manu, krānte viśṇum. So, to understand that statement, we have to read that You can explain that. But still, we have to understand the whole context of Manu. Manu says in his text, Manasindum dishrotre krānte viśṇum baleharam vāchyagni mitramutsarge prajanecha prajapatim. These are the deities, residing deities we call. So, adhisthana devata, the presiding deities of each of these sense organs. When we said sense organ of knowledge, sense organ of action, we know the not only say the sense organs, we also talk about its presiding deity. Okay. Now, manasindum for mind, moon is the presiding deity. Then for the ears, dishaha, the directions is the direction deity is the presiding deity. For movement, for the legs, Viśṇu is the presiding deity. For hands, Bale, for the hands, some people accept Hara, Shiva, some people accept Indra. Okay, that's a general thing. Vāchyagnim for the words, for the speech, it is fire. That's what we say, fiery speech, etc. Okay, Mitra Mutsarge for excreting, Mitra is the deity. And for procreation, Prajane, for procreation, Prajapati is the deity. Now, therefore, we know krānte viśṇum means for this, the one who is the presiding deity for the legs, to give the strength for the legs for movement, is a Viśṇu. Okay. Anuttamaḥ. Next name is anuttamaḥ. Parāśara Bhatta says, with reference to whom there is none greater, superior. Therefore, he is called as anuttamaḥ. Bhagavan Bhāṣyakara says, same thing. There is nothing which is superior to it. When there is nothing other than self, where can there be anything superior to it? Okay. So that is the meaning. Bhagavan Bhāṣyakara says, anuttamaḥ aha. So fourth case, aya. So the namavali will be Om Anuttamaya Namaha, Om Anuttamaya Namaha, Om Anuttamaya Namaha, Om Anuttamaya Namaha. Okay. Now, avidyamāna bhāṣya, avidyamāna uttamo yasmāt sa anuttamaḥ, with reference to whom, from whom, fifth case, from whom there is nothing which can be referred to as uttama, superior, greater. How do you know this? Yasmāt nāparamasti kiñcit, yasmāt paraṃ nāparamasti kiñcit, Taittiriya says, with reference to which there is nothing superior or different. Aparam means different. There is nothing superior or different. The same thing, the same idea, the same idea is said in Smriti. Na tvatsamo'styabhyadhikaḥ kuto'nyaḥ iti smrtescha. There is nothing, there is none who is equivalent to you or superior to you. How can there be? There is not equivalent to you. How can there be someone who is superior to you? The same idea is explained by Patanjali in his Ishvara definition. So who is Ishvara? So he says Purusha Vishesha Ishvara in the Bhāṣya Vyasa says, with reference to whom there is none equivalent or superior. That is whom we refer to as Ishvara, God. Okay. Now, duradharshaha. From the root word dharsha, prasahane, to grind, to rub, etc. In that sense, dharsha. Okay. So he says, Parāśara Bhatta says, for this, he explained this as a ambodhivata anabhibhavaniyah, to control. So dharsha means control. Duradarsha, adarsha, one who cannot be controlled, put under. Like ambodhivata, like an ocean. One who cannot be overpowered. That's the meaning. Parāśara Bhatta says. Bhagavan Bhāṣyakara says, even daityas, etc., the demonic quality people, etc., cannot rub him, cannot grind him, cannot even come close to him. That is the idea. Okay, that is duradarsha. Now, duradarsha, though that's the meaning, darshaitum na shakyate, cannot touch him. But the commentator, he explained this in two ways. Tarak Brahma, he explains it in two ways. One is he cannot be touched, tainted by any. Second is he is a pragalbhyarta. He is completely very bold, confident. So one who cannot break his confidence, one cannot come closer to his confidence. That is the idea. Meaning you cannot gain him any which way through the sense organs. Objectify him. That's the idea. Okay. Now, next. Kuto'nyaḥ. Kuto'nyaḥ. Sarvajñah sarvam janati iti. Kuto'nyaḥ kritam janati iti. Simple. Okay. Kuto'nyaḥ. Kuto'nyaḥ. Parāṣara Bhatta says, since these, we are talking about the jivas, the samsaris. So samsaris, the bhaktas who are nirmama, who are without any ego. Therefore, for them, those kind of devotees, anukulyam sarvam janati. He knows whatever is conducive, whatever is best for him, whatever is the good, whatever is good for them, the devotees. He knows that. That is why he is called as kuto'nyaḥ. Okay. Now, Bhagavan Bhāṣikara interprets it in two ways. One is, he knows whatever good and bad karmas you have done. That is one interpretation. Or he is the one who gives the result to those good and bad karmas. That's the second meaning. So two meanings. One is as activity, the other is as a knowledge of your activity, and the other is results, providing results for those activities. Okay, in two ways, Bhagavan Bhāṣikara interprets this. Kuto'nyaḥ. Aha. Therefore, it is fourth case will be aya. Kuto'nyaḥ. Okay. So in North, since the nya character is a combination of j and njya, so they will say nya, jya, ya, jya. That's a complicated thing. So just say nya. Okay. Kuto'nyaḥ. So fourth namavali will be Om Kuto'nyaḥ namaḥ. Om Kuto'nyaḥ namaḥ. Om Kuto'nyaḥ namaḥ. Om Kuto'nyaḥ namaḥ. Pāṇinam punyātmakam karma kritam janati iti kuto'nyaḥ. Pāṇinam, all the beings, whatever punya apunya, whatever good and bad karmas they do, punya papa, apunya is papa, whatever punya papa they perform, those karmas kritam janati iti, whatever karmas they performed, that he knows. That is kuto'nyaḥ. He has the record of whatever you did. That is one meaning. Second is patra pushpadi alpamapi prayachata moksham dadati iti. One who provides the great moksha, liberation as the result, even for people who provide the simplest of things, like a leaf or a flower, etc. Okay, so that is what is a kuto'nyaḥ. Now, this patra pushpadi alpamapi, patram pashpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, one who gives me with devotion, bhaktya prayachati, one who offers to me with devotion, even the simplest things, patram, leaf, phalam, fruit, pushpam, flower, toyam, water. One who offers even these simplest things, whatever is available, whatever is provided by God. So, if you offer that to God, that to him, see, you are giving whatever is mine to me. What is the great thing about it? No, he will not judge you. He will provide you with a good result of moksha. Okay, that is what he says as a patram pushpam ityadi. Alpamapi, even the simplest, even the cheap steak thing. That is the meaning actually. But alpamapi means without any effort. That those things which are gained even without any effort. Like there is a story in Shiva Purana. This is always repeated in the Shivaratri nights when they explain the Shiva Purana story. So this hunter, he climbed on a tree on the day of Shivaratri without knowing that. He climbed up. He wanted to hunt an animal. So he was waiting for it. So while he was waiting, he was bored. So he didn't want to sleep on the branch. So he just plucked a flower and then threw it. Every now and then he threw the flowers, the leaf from the tree. And beneath that tree was a Shivalinga. And it fell on that. And this fellow, when he died, he gained liberation because of that offering. Because he was sitting on the Bilva tree and he offered these Bilva leaves to Shiva. That's a very great offering. So, without any effort, that's the idea. Okay. Next is krutihi. Krutihi. Bhagavan Parashara Bhatta says, Kriti means, see, those devotees, whatever they do, he knows that. So, and whatever they do, he is not judgmental, we said. He is happy with that. So, that is second meaning, whatever he gave for Kritagnya, that he takes it here for Kritihi. He is happy with whatever simple things you do. Okay? Now, Bhagavan Bhashyakara says, activity. Whatever activity you perform is Kriti. Okay? And that is the first meaning. He gives two meanings. The second is Kriti is Adhara. Kritya means Adhara, substratum. So, in the sense of substratum, since the self is the substratum for everything, that is the Kriti. In that meaning, in that way, he interprets the meaning of Kritihi. Kritihi, ihi. So, fourth case will be taye, krutaye. Okay? So, nama will be Om krutaye namaha. Om krutaye namaha. Om krutaye namaha. Om krutaye namaha. Okay. Bhashya. Purusha prayatnam kritihi kriyava. Purusha prayatnam, human effort is kriti. Or activity is kriti. Any activity, that is kriti. Okay? Now, that is the first meaning. Second is sarvatmatvad tad adharatayava lakshyate kritya iti kritihi. Iti va kritihi. Since the self is the substratum for everything. Therefore, as the substratum, it is the implied meaning is taken here. The implication is there are three kinds of implied meaning. One is jahat lakshana, to give up. The second is ajat lakshana, not to give up. The third is jahat ajat lakshana, partially giving up and partially not giving up. So the second ajahat, not giving up, taking that pointer, kritya is referred to the substratum. Okay, kritya means the substratum, the self. So that is what is kriti. Okay, when you say kriti is substratum, then his atmavan. Next word is atmavan. Atmavan, Parashara Bhatta explains this as for those jivas, he is the one, though they perform those activities, he is the one behind the activities. Because he is the substratum, he is the indweller in all the beings. So he makes them do all those good deeds. Okay, supports them in performing those good deeds. That's the Atmavan for Parashara Bhatta. Bhagavan Bhashyakara says, I already said Kriti. Kriti means substratum. Okay, substratum. So for everything, this is the substratum. For this, which is the substratum? For that question, he says Atmavan. It is established in itself. That is the sense Bhagavan Bhashyakara explains. Okay, Atmavan. Atmavan. So Atmavan is a Atmavat, Atmavant, Sayoganta Salopaha, Atmavan, then Nakaranta Upada Dirga, Nantasya Upada Dirga. So Atmavan, that is the form. Okay, Atmavat is the base word. Okay, Atmavat. So Num, etc. takes place, and Atmavan it becomes in the first case. So Atmavatu plus A, Atmavate, that is the fourth case. Okay, so Om Atmavate Namaha, Om Atmavate Namaha, Om Atmavate Namaha, Om Atmavate Namaha. That is the Namavali. Now, Swa Mahima Pratishthitatvad Atmavan. Everything is established in the self, but self is established in itself. Since it is established in itself, it is called as Atmavan. How do you know this? So he says, Sa Bhagavaha Kaspin Pratishtata iti Sve Mahimni iti Shutehe. Chandogya Upanishad, the disciple asks the Guru, okay, you say everything is established in this. In what this is established? Sa Bhagavaha, O Lord, O Bhagavan, Kaspin Pratishtata. Sa Kaspin Pratishtata. What is that established in? Sve Mahimni, in its own glory. It is not established, it is not dependent upon anything. It is independent of anything. That is its inherent nature. So Swarupe, in its inherent nature, it is established. That's the idea. Okay? We'll see this. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti